What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Mummy Week here in October. Obviously you know what we're watching today. What are we watching, Drake?
Well, you say it's obvious, but we don't know. Could be the original Mummy, could be the Mummy's Hand, could be the Mummy 2, Mummy 3. Hey, we could even be watching the Scorpion King, if we're not.
Yeah, don't expect that later on in the week.
I'll just say it. It's the Mummy 2.
Okay, so yes, we're watching The Mummy 2 starring Brendan Fraser and George Harrison. One of the best movies to ever not exist. There's really nothing else we can talk about. Let's just get into the movie, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Sponsored by McDonald's. Alright, so we just watched The Mummy and The Scorpion King. Well, we just watched it. This is the second time I've seen it. This is the first time you've seen it.
Yeah.
Comments.
This is gonna be the only time I see it.
Yes.
Let's see. I think as far as it does its job in keeping your attention. I think that's a very important thing to note. However, there's a lot wrong with it. Sorry.
Definitely a one watch.
Definitely. I think some things that it suffers from is inconsistency, bad, very dated CGI, and an annoying child.
Besides the child, I thought the cast is pretty decent.
Agreed.
My guy.
It's like seeing Brendan Fraser and George Harrison.
Sadly, this is our last George Harrison movie.
So can we take note that the Scorpion King was not in it that much, and he's on the cover, where Jonathan was in it a good portion, and he's not in it.
Should we be upset? Should we throw a fit?
I think we should.
This is unfair.
I think Jonathan should. See, look, he's even the third in casting. And
His name's even John. So, personally, I'm going to give this movie 2 Brendan Frasers out of 5 Brendan Frasers.
Agreed.
So, it's not terrible, but yet it's not. It's on the lower end of the average
Honestly,
spectrum.
I'd say it's not worth it. Well, I can't say that. Like I said, it's entertaining. Does its job being entertaining, but there's not a lot of juice in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Whereas the first one actually had a decent amount of juice to it.
Yeah.
But
again, that one had its problems as well, but this one, you can definitely tell was a cash grab.
This one definitely also felt like the whole plot just felt like a cheap way to patch up some unturned stones from the first one.
No, I feel like all the stones were turned in fine, but like.
Well, they were talking about. Well, in the first one, remember they were talking about resurrecting that girl.
Yeah.
That's like the big thing.
Yeah, but then when she was resurrected, then what's his name, the mummy guy.
Epitaph
Was going to be immortal. Well, she's resurrected. He's, all fine. We didn't see any apocalypse. He wasn't immortal. Like, that's a part of the inconsistencies about it. And then, like, there was another thing that was like that kind of overlapped with the first one that I didn't like. Oh yeah. What the fuck? What's the importance of making the main female character Nefertiti reincarnated?
I don't know.
What the fuck's that about? There's literally no reason for it.
I feel like it was just. That was a kind of a bad plot point.
Yeah. I also didn't really see much need for Dwayne Johnson either. There was literally nothing about that. It literally could have just been like they're bringing Imhotep, resurrecting Imhotep again.
Yeah.
And that would have been just fine. But we had this really shitty CGI fight scene. It's terrible.
But I'll give them a little bit of credit for keeping for using the villain from the first one. I feel like the Imhotep is I feel like he's a good mummy, good villain.
I like him.
But we don't need to see him anymore.
No.
Even though we will in the rewatch of The Mummy.
Well, that's a different Imhotep.
Yeah.
And probably arguably a better
Karloff.
Imhotep. We'll have to see how that Imhotep works.
But yes, that is The Mummy Returns. Released in 2002? 2001. 2001. Starring Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz, John Hannah, and George Harrison. This is Ben signing off.
We just reading off the cast. See ya.